Yo, what's going on, snipers, and welcome back to our Vancouver Rain Draft to Glory franchise mode here in MLB The Show 23. So, before we get into simulating the rest of the season, getting through the entire offseason, I want to let you guys know that I think I'm going to be uploading the series from now on like Saturdays and Wednesdays or Sundays and Wednesdays, just because those are the days I don't record NHL videos. I just don't really have like a set schedule for this series, and I feel like I probably should, so you probably will see an episode every like 2 to 3 days. That way you guys have time to give me some feedback for some suggestions and all that type of thing. But anyways, in last episode, we had a fantastic first draft of the series. So our first pick in Steve Schneider, he obviously wasn't as good as we were expecting. Like, I expected him to have like an A potential, but an 87 potential, B potential at 18 is not too bad. He's already 61 as well, and he looks like he could be a solid power hitter down the road. His contact definitely needs to get up there, but the power hitting is already pretty solid, I'd say. And then we drafted Fletcher Hoffman, who... well, we didn't draft actually Fletcher Hoffman next. We actually drafted another guy who decided he didn't want to sign with us, which was unfortunate. But we drafted Fletcher Hoffman, I believe, in the second round. And yeah, this guy is definitely the biggest bust out of our picks. He only has 70 potential and a 51 overall at 18, so he might become like a triple A player at best, maybe a double A player. But he might get into our lineup eventually down the road as well. Depends if we actually need a player like that in our lineup, because obviously being a draft to glory team, pretty much anybody we draft could end up being in our lineup at some point. Then we drafted Ozzy Cardenas. I thought he was going to be higher potential, but he's a 71 at 18, which is not too bad. And him playing first base as 75 overall first baseman in the MLB isn't really the worst thing, but he's probably going to be more of a triple A ceiling, my guess. And yeah, he's got really good contact hitting, so excited for this guy despite him only being a C potential. And then we threw a random shot in the dark, because after that pick, we basically didn't have anybody else scouted out fully at all. This guy we didn't scout at all, and we drafted Garth Howe with the 4th round pick. And I don't even know how I got this pick in the 4th round, because basically the first overall pick was much worse than this. He was 21 years of age, and I believe he had like 84 potential. I'll show you guys in a second. But yeah, Garth Howe, we randomly took this guy 4th round, and he was a 63 overall at 18, which is a great starting overall, and he's got 99 potential, which is insane. So this guy is our future ace, and I'm very excited to see how he develops. And obviously this guy's going to be here hopefully for his entire career. We could like lock him up on a great contract once he gets into the the range where he's actually worth that type of money. We also drafted Bill O'Donnell, who's got some decent potential for our outfield. He's a 48 at 18, which isn't great, but obviously being 18 only, he definitely has a chance to reach that 87 potential, but maybe by the time he's like 26 or 27, so he's going to be a little bit of a late bloomer, but he still should be pretty good for our outfield. And also, Ollie Gelman is another solid player for our outfield, 51 overall at 18, so another not so great overall, but at 99 potential on him as well. So the two of these guys should be pretty good to have in our outfield in the future. And we obviously got ourselves a couple good infielders, and we also got ourselves a starting pitcher of the future. So I think our team is definitely getting a lot of good prospects in, and hopefully next year's draft is just as good for us, because obviously once you have one good draft, you don't necessarily replicate that all the time. Like, you could have another really good draft, but you might end up having a bad draft the next one. So let's hope that we have another good draft next year for us and years to come, because it's going to take a while before we actually start being competitive. So the first overall pick, I just want to show you guys quickly, because that was to the Pittsburgh Pirates. This guy was also, I think, the 2nd overall pick, and he's also worse than Garth Howe in a sense. Like, he's a higher overall, but he's only 20. He's already 21, so 3 years older. Only 6 overall points better, and he has a way worse potential. So, yeah, we already got a better pick there in that sense. And then the first overall pick was this Chase Magruder guy, who we were actually looking at. He's a 66 at 21, so only 3 points overall better. He's 3 years older, and he has a much worse potential by like by like 15 points, which is ridiculous. So yeah, we definitely got the right guy in the 4th round, and that was just a random shot in the dark. Like I said, I only had him scouted by 5%, I think it was, so it wasn't really at all, like, I don't think I assigned any scouts to him, but I just took a chance on him, and I somehow came up with the best pitcher probably in the draft. So Anyways, that was that. Before we get into getting the rest of the stuff done, I do have a couple comments to go over. So I did have a long conversation with It's Dawn. He said, huge start, bro. Double A till they're 21. Adjust training settings and give them everyday play. So yeah, that's what we're probably going to be doing, is having everybody start in double A, just because obviously we do not want to rush them until they're 21 or until they start developing really well and they're good enough for triple A. And then he also said to adjust the training settings, which we will definitely do that at the start of next season, so that way they could get some good training in areas that they're not so strong in. Also, Don says, I was asking him about Cardenas, basically, because Cardenas, I wasn't sure if I should start him in AAA or the MLB even next season, because he's a 71 overall. Don says, develop him until he's 75 overall. Remember, all your prospects are high school grads. You could raise all of their potential before they even see AAA. Your first two picks should see the show 2 to 3 years. Everyone else is a year-to-year basis, but I'd throw them in double A, at least still 75 overall. They're 18. None of them are ready, which is true. So since they're all 18, I think, yeah, that makes sense just to basically develop them until they're like as high as possible. Apparently, since they're all 18 and high school grads, though, their potential could go up, which is huge, because for guys like Cardenas, his potential could go up into the 80s, and then he'll be a serviceable first baseman in the MLB. So I think definitely Cardenas, obviously, that makes sense. For Fletcher Hoffman, I don't see his potential going much higher, but since he's 18 as well, definitely it makes sense to play him in like a double A situation. More than likely, all these guys are going to get added to our 40-man roster, but they won't get into the MLB for a little bit still, just because I want to take it slow with them. And then I was also having a little bit of a conversation with Nick Bacher-Barron's OC, and like basically he was thinking about starting Cardenas as early as next season, but I'm kind of agreeing more with It's Dawn, because I don't think I recognize you, It's Dawn. Are you new just because of my MLB videos or what? Because I don't think I've seen you in the comments before, but I appreciate your feedback and stuff like that for this type of thing, because obviously I haven't played a lot of MLB recently. But anyways, what Nick was saying though, he was kind of agreeing with It's Dawn about like probably playing these guys in lower situations like double A. But I was saying, I think that I might have made the wrong decision taking Steve Schneider over the outfielder. Well, he said apparently it wasn't a wrong, like I couldn't make a wrong choice. So Schneider is still a great pick. Unfortunately, we didn't take the best player in that position. Like we could have taken, it was an outfielder. I believe he went to Arizona, was it? Or was it a different outfielder? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I think it was Barney Doyle. We could have taken this guy, but I decided to pass on him. He's a high overall at 19, and he's got 89 potential. So technically, Doyle could have been a better pick in a sense, but we at least made up for it with the later round picks, where we got some more outfielders and all that type of thing. So I do like our pick, at least, because I don't think third basemen are that easy to find, especially not that good overall wise and potential wise. So I do like our pick. At least it's like not at least it wasn't like a project player, because that would have been worse. But yeah, very excited for Steve Schneider regardless. And also him being from California, at least he's from close by, because Vancouver's at least somewhat close to California. So yeah, West Coast boys for the win. But anyways, let's get into getting the rest of the season done with and all that stuff. We will wrap up this completely. It doesn't really matter too much, a lot of these stats and stuff like that. Also, these contract extensions, I don't really know if I should just give contract extensions already or just let pick up some people in the offseason, because 700,000, damn. Yeah, I'm just going to leave all these guys. I'm not going to be trying to sign players right now. I'm going to wait till the offseason to do all that type of thing. So let's just get the rest of this regular season done. We still have 2 months pretty much to go. And yeah, we'll see. Well, sim to September call-ups, even though there's nobody we're going to be calling up, because this team is still shit, basically, until we actually get prospects in. Let's just auto-ed fix this. Don't really care too much about the lineups and stuff like that at this moment. But obviously, starting next season, we're going to have to keep note of that, because there's going to be our youngsters down there in double A. So, wow, we're 19 and 115. Damn, we almost have 100 more losses than we do wins. It's pretty outrageous. And our pitcher that's pitching this game is off to a terrible start this year, but not a surprise. Nobody's going to do good on this team. If anybody actually does good on this team, I would be surprised. This guy's actually batting at 265, but triple A. I'm curious on if some of our guys are actually hitting the ball well. Not that it really matters that much. 227. 236 is the highest average I've seen, I think, so far on our team. 198, jeez. Yeah, our team is definitely not batting that well at all. I mean, some of these guys, actually, Glenn Hall's doing decent, or Hill's doing decent. He's batting 268. Pablo Reyes at 256, and this Thomas guy, through 8 at-bats, has a 375. So some people are hitting okay, but, I mean, it doesn't really matter that much. We're focused on the future and not on the team right now. So hopefully in the future our team could be pretty good with the amount of guys we draft in, and hopefully this year's draft, like I said, this upcoming draft, or the draft in next season, hopefully we could find some good players in it. We do actually also have the Rule 5 draft in this episode, but more than likely there's not going to be anybody that's super great from it, but we probably will still take somebody in the Rule 5 draft because you guys said that maybe the Rule 5 draft would be good to have stuff in this episode, or in this this series. That's what I'm trying to say. 25 and 137 in the season, so 25 wins at least. That's not terrible, I guess. It is pretty terrible, but still. Let's take a quick look at the, I guess, the awards. Not that this really matters much, because I don't really give a shit about the awards and stuff like that early in the in this series. Obviously, it's going to matter more when we have good guys, but let's just go through this, and I will show you guys. Let's do all the AL awards first, and then we'll show you guys the NL. I'm just going to skim through this, not read anything out really, just because none of these guys are going to be winning awards for our team, but it'll be interesting when we actually find our first ever award winner. Hopefully it's one of the guys we drafted. I don't know if I should add those guys to our 40-man roster yet or not that we drafted. I feel like I should, just so they could get called up in September. But yeah, let's go through this in the NL now. Wow, Justin Verlander. Isn't he like 37 or 38? Like, he's pretty old at this point. At least I'm pretty sure. Because I think I have like NBA 2K, or not NBA, what the hell am I saying, NBA? MLB 2K13. And I'm pretty sure he's like the cover athlete, and that obviously is like 10 years ago. So. And there, we're almost done the awards in the NL. Yep, there we go. So that's all the awards, and we will find out who ends up winning the World Series in this as well, just for fun. So let's simulate to offseason and see who ends up winning the World Series. The Milwaukee Brewers have beaten the New York Yankees, so they have won the 2023 World Series, just in case any of you guys are interested in that. No, let's stop it. I want to see the awards for the World Series. So the World Series MVP was Contreras, in case anybody wanted to know about that. And postseason MVP, Judge was in the AL, and yeah, Contreras was in the NL. Interesting. Let's sim to the offseason, all that stuff. We don't need to take a look at like team stats and all that stuff, because that's unimportant early on. Eventually that's going to be important, but not right now. Holy shit. So since I put a lot of bad players on our team, we had like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 players retired. Most of them due to ability, only 2 of them due to age. That is hilarious. So yeah, our team is definitely going to have like a lot of less players next season, but I'm going to have to sign some people, I guess, in free agency that are low overalls and low potentials. Gary Sanchez, do I need to bring this guy back? Oh wait, this guy was on our team. Why did we have a 73? No, I'm not bringing you back. You're too good for our team. We are a draft to glory team, and we do not need 73s. Looks like we still have most coaches going into next season, but we'll find out about that soon, I think. Let's go to free agency 1. No, I do not care about that. Select 40-man roster. Okay, let's see what we got here for 40-man. We'll add, I think, our younger guys to this, just because it'll be a little bit easier that way. Let's actually sort by potential. So yeah, Garth Howell is going to get added to our 40-man, but he's not going to be in the MLB yet. He's going to get added. There you go. He's going to be in double. Ollie Gelman's going to get added to our 40-man already. Steve Schneider is in AAA to start off. I don't want him in AAA. I want to move him to AA since he's 18. Just because that's what you guys say. And I trust your opinions. Apparently I have a full 40-man roster, so I got to remove some random dude, which is okay. So I will remove Who do I want to remove? Is this guy on my 40-man? No. Lawrence Butler should probably be on the 40-man. Rucker is a relief pitcher. Denzel Clark isn't on the 40-man. I'll remove this guy from our 40-man. I don't really care. Because those guys could go through waivers all they want. They're not going to get claims probably. But yeah, we'll add Schneider to our 40-man. O'Donnell probably... Actually, I think only those guys will get added to our 40-man. Maybe I should just add everybody. Because there eventually will be here regardless, right? So, let me just go to the other outfielders and find somebody to remove from our 40-man. I didn't realize our 40-man roster was going to be full already. Let's remove you. Because at least that way these guys get called up and have an opportunity to play. Potentially during September. Like, I wouldn't mind them playing a little bit of MLB experience, but obviously AA is where they should be for now. So we'll go to 40-man roster. And then the rest of these guys I did not... Oh, Ozzy Cardenas also needs to be added, right? Yep. Let's go. Let's look at first baseman for a second here. Find somebody that's down in like double. Oh, Noda. Noda, you are going to be removed from 40-man roster. There you go. And Cardenas, you're going to be added. I think that's all of the prospects that we just drafted, right? If I'm not mistaken. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. There might be one other one that's not showing up yet. Yeah, we did draft actually a C potential guy, right? Yeah, I think we drafted a C potential. Oh yeah, I know who it is that we're looking for. It's that one guy. What is his name? Let me see. This is why I write down everybody's name. Oh yeah, Fletcher Hoffman. He's gonna get moved down to AA as well, but I don't think I'm gonna add him to our 40-man yet because he needs a lot of work. So yeah, he's going to get moved to AA and not be on the 40-man roster as of yet. Some of these other ones I maybe shouldn't have added to our 40-man yet, but it's okay. That is okay. So that's good on the 40-man. Salary arbitration, this stuff does not matter too much either yet because these guys are unimportant. What does this guy want? Yeah, let's just give this guy his contract. Actually, maybe not. He's already 33. And let's just let this guy walk. I don't give a shit about most of these players. We're not going to tender contracts of any of the guys that were already on our team either. Like I said, I'm going to just sign people in free agency for our team. Like at the end of the offseason, like once we're at the start of the season, I'll sign some random players up. If they sign any good players for us, I'm going to be immediately cutting them, basically. So, let's continue to simulate. Get rid of these. I don't care where players are signing. Other than that, that's an interesting one. Shohei Ohtani has decided to sign with the Dodgers. Jeez. Everybody likes going to the Dodgers, huh? Angels fans ain't going to like that. There you go. Yeah, I think that's good. Let's continue assimilating through these free agent stages because we do not care about free agency at all. Would you like to stop simulating? Yeah, let's stop simulating for a second. Let me go to roster for a second. Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure Schneider was there because I didn't even give this guy a contract at the thing, so I don't really know what the reasoning was on that. Sim to winter meetings. I don't think we got any winter meetings anyways. This probably would be a little bit of a shorter episode because it's just pretty much the Rule 5 draft we're focused on, but we do need to probably sign some players for our team. And we'll also look and find ourselves some good coaches to sign some training and all that stuff. Yeah, let's sim up to the Rule 5 draft. Okay, Rule 5 draft time. We could pick players in this, but I don't really know if there's going to be anything worthwhile. So, So let's look at each position here. So, starting pitcher-wise, most of these guys are like 29 and above. That's the only thing to see. Like, a lot of these guys aren't going to be good yet. There is Nick Nastrini, who's only 23, but C potential. I think in Road to the Show, because I have been playing some Road to the Show offline, I think that was the guy I hit my first ever home run against in double. It's funny. Yeah, a lot of these guys aren't super good, because most of them are already like 28 with their B potentials, so I don't really know if it's even worth taking a player, but we might just have to take a player to fill out our roster a little bit more. We probably should get more catchers. What does it recommend us? Relief pitcher is Zach Jackson. No, thank you. I think I might take Ronaldo Hernandez. He's 26. I think I might take him just to give ourselves more catchers. I know it's kind of weird, but I don't like taking players in this type of thing, but I think we need to take a player to fill out our roster a little bit more. Yeah, I think so. I think I'm just going to take that catcher just because we only have one catcher apparently. So yeah, Ronaldo Hernandez will take you, and we will probably not take another player in this draft. I don't know. I don't want to really take a lot of players in the Rule 5 draft. 25 B potential, 65 overall is not bad, but I'm not going to take much more players, I don't think. Let's just skip the selection for the rest of it. I think that's the only player we're going to take. I think limiting myself to one pick a year in the Rule 5 is probably where we'll go, because I just don't want to pick too much players, because I would rather have our draft picks be the front runners in the series. So let's sim to arbitration hearings. We are definitely going to need to sign some random players, probably free agency wise. The AI might do that. If they sign, like I said, anybody too good, obviously I'm going to be cutting them from the team before they have a chance to debut with us. So that's all good. Let's go to renewable contracts. Actually, let me take a look for a sec. Has it assigned us anybody yet? Oh wow, we have a lot of we need a lot of starting pitchers here. They're definitely going to sign us a bunch, I think. We don't have any closers either. I'll let the AI sign some stuff, and we'll see if they sign us anything too good. Renew contracts. Nope. Let's go here. Tomorrow's last day. Yeah, I know. We don't have any players anyways. Let's see what we got here. So, do we got more players signed for our team? No, we don't. Yeah, we need a lot of players here. So I'm going to have to sign a lot of players in this episode, or I might do it literally off camera because it doesn't really matter too much. Because I do not want Garth Howe being in the MLB yet. So, actually, this is only for spring training, but we definitely need to still sign players. So currently, let me just write down some of the stuff. I can see the depth chart on the side already anyways. Actually, yeah, I'm not going to do this contract thing on screen because it's just going to be like a lot of boring stuff pretty much. So, yeah, I don't think so. So let me write down this type of thing. So I think we need like 9 starting pitchers, it looks like, based on the math. We probably need like 11 relievers. We need 3 closers. Oh my goodness. We need 1 third baseman. We need 2 center fielders. We need 1 right fielder. We need 1 second baseman. We already got all our first basemen, and we need 4 catchers. Potentially. Yeah, we need a lot. We need a lot. Let me already go to the contract extension thing for a second. Yeah, I don't really give a crap about any of these guys, so we'll just leave that for now. But let's see what we got here for notifications. Let me take a look at our coaching staff as well for a second, because I think I could take a look at our staff still here, right? Yeah. So we should probably find ourselves some better coaches. Actually, yeah, maybe a better hitting coach. Let's get ourselves a new hitting coach. Why not get a few coaches in for our team, since we got some younger guys in like that are gonna be important down the road. There you go. Perfect. We got ourselves our coach that I was just looking at. This manager's pretty bad, but a lot of this stuff like doesn't really matter too much at the moment. I don't think. I don't know if the farm director matters a lot already or not. I go to coaches again. Farm director. He's not a bad farm director, to be honest. He's an average guy. So that's all good. Actually, maybe I will sign some of these players already on this, just because you guys could see he has signed a lot of meh players pretty much. Oh yeah, it already shows our depth in here too. That's good. So let's just go to the bottom of this list, and we need to sign ourselves. I said 9 starting pitchers. Take the money. You guys are all gonna get some money. It's 3, It's 4, 5. I'm not looking at their potential. I should probably be looking at their potential, but oh well. 6, 7, 8. Oh, I just gave a guy a lot of money, I think. Oh well. 9. I think we got all those. Now we need relievers. We need 11 relief pitchers. Jeez. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of meh players getting signed here. Oh, wow. There's a lot of relievers here. Got to be careful about their potentials, too. C potential at 19. There's a bad player I'm going to sign. C potential 39 at 29. Jesus. 2, 3. Yeah, I'll just get these all done in this episode. Why not? So that way you guys can see me filling out the roster with a bunch of crap. 4, 5, 6, I think. Yep, 6. 7. That guy's already 23 though. And we'll sign him anyways. 7. 8. Holy crap. 9. This is the most players I think I've had to sign in an offseason. 10. And this one. Oh, wow. I'm not giving you that money. Some of these guys are trying to get paid still. I hope I didn't give a lot to that one random dude, though. I might have. Because I was expecting him to add for, like, not a lot. Okay, 3 closers. What do you want? Oh, you're trying to get a decent amount of money, huh? Yeah, some of these guys are trying to fool me out here. Come on, give me a minimum contract. There you go, there's 1. What about you? Yep, 2. And 3, probably? Nope, not 3 yet. How about you? You wanted only 50K. Take it. Thank you. We also need... How much catchers did I say? 4 catchers. Yeah, we're definitely going to need to draft for need here in this next few episodes. Obviously, next episode is just going to be mostly a scouting episode. So, we'll probably scout out some good prospects, and we'll get set up for another draft. But we're going to be going through these early seasons quite quick. As you can tell with this episode, this offseason didn't take that much time. So, 1 third baseman I wrote down as well. So, Casilla, we'll take you. Actually, wait, did you have B potential? Did I see? Yeah, you did. But you're 29 already, so it does not matter in the slightest. We also need 2 center fielders. 2 center fielders. So, Nieves, you're only 20 with C potential, so I'm not going to sign you. But I will sign Telshaw. And Rosado, probably. Yep, there you go. And we need 1 right fielder. Yeah, this is a load of shit, all these guys in free agency. 1 second baseman as well. Andy Black, you're only B potential. I don't want a potential guy anyway, so there you go. And that should be all we need, I think. Let me take a look now at what we got here. A lot of guys that shouldn't be in AAA that are in AAA. I am going to... I don't know if I should let these guys be up here for the spring training. Maybe I should. But after spring training, obviously, I think Howe's going to be sent down, that type of thing. How much people do we got on our 40-man roster right now, even? Does it say? 22 out of 40 active. Oh, wait. Yeah, 22 only on our 40-man. So we could add more players to our 40-man. So a lot of these guys I'm going to have to add afterwards to the 40-man roster. But there you go. That's all set up. And, whew, I wonder what this year's draft is going to end up looking like. Because I don't think there's anything else I could do, really. Let's look at the top prospect in baseball. Okay, that's something I wasn't going to look at yet, maybe. But the top rated prospect in baseball going into year 2, Garth Howe. He's currently the top rated prospect in baseball. And Ollie Gellman, number 2. Well, that's impressive because entering Ollie Gellman was even a later pick. So those two guys are the top 2 prospects in baseball because of their 99 potentials. Then there's a real guy in Painter. Do you have anybody else in the top 50? But that's impressive to see 2 guys up there at number 1 and 2. Excited to see what they could do. Schneider's at number 40. For a first round pick, that's a little bit weird, but still. We have a prospect at 1, 2, and 40. Anybody else make it? Nope, nobody else made it. Anybody that we could have drafted get into here, like that guy that was on the Diamondbacks, not Jones. What's his name? See, he should be here. Oh, there he is. Barney Doyle's at 26. So yeah, we probably should have taken Barney Doyle, but it is what it is. I still like our third baseman. So we should be able to find some outfielders in this draft and other drafts too. And we drafted already some of the good ones in the later rounds, but it's funny because like Magruder, who was the first overall pick, is not even anywhere on this top 50. So anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of our Vancouver Rain Draft to Glory franchise mode. So next episode, we'll probably go through spring training. Like I said, I'll probably end up adjusting our roster offline a little bit just so I have the right guys in the right spots. And I'll add a bunch of guys to all 40-man rosters so that way Garth House starting in AA and all that type of thing. So let me know what you guys think down below, and I'll see you guys next time.